Welcome to the podcast. Here at Jodies and Hayesy, we do not endorse dealing with Indian bookmakers just before a competition if you are a performing athlete.
It should be a basic thing, but I feel like you need to spell it out to the kids what they can and can't do in this handball blitz competition that we're having.
I'm full of tips.
Yeah.
I'm full of fun tips.
You're full of something.
Wisdom.
Jodies Juice, Jennifer Hudson did something that had us all in particular, us Aussies, going, oh my God, you're one of us.
Really?
Yeah, she's amazing.
Did she cheat at something?
What do you mean?
Was she cheating at something?
No, she wasn't cheating.
Like you did?
That's yet to be proven.
Yeah. Okay.
Plead the fifth on this one.
All right. What the Fork. We had a nice little edition of What the Fork involving Chuppa Chups, and it was all above board and wholesome until you cheated.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
Down, mate.
You know what? You be the judge. Listen to this.
What the fork?
What the fork?
What the fork is happening?
Welcome back.
Okay. So for those who aren't familiar with what we like to do now, What the Fork is basically born out of the fact that we can't work out why every single workplace has a fork shortage. So that's where this came from. But
We did work it out because Newsreader Abby stole them
Abby
all.
steals them all. So it doesn't stop there. These are your everyday things that in your head you go, what the fork? So this week it's mine, born out of the fact that my kids went to a birthday party, came home, had a little party bag. In it was a Chuppa Chup.
Delicious. I haven't had a Chuppa Chup for years.
If you can get to it. Because whenever I try to open a Chuppa Chup, I'm like, what the fork? Who has packaged this up so tightly? And it's a minimum 6.5 minute process to get the wrapping off a Chuppa Chup. Am I right? 13 24 10 or jump on the text line 0400 919 919 if you are as triggered by Chuppa Chups as I am. This is a thing, isn't it?
It is
Producer
a thing,
Zoe.
Joes. Yeah, when you said yesterday, what the fork?
Yeah.
I thought, that's got to be a thing. I'll have a look and see if anyone else struggles with Chuppa Chups. And instead, I came across the term rap rage, as in W-A-R-A-P. Rap rage, also called package rage, is the common name for heightened levels of anger and frustration resulting from the inability to open packaging.
Yeah.
Particularly heat-sealed plastic blister packs and clamshells. People can be injured while opening difficult packaging. Cutting tools pose a threat as well as its actual contents. So rap rage is an actual universal thing, people getting furious trying to open packaging.
That makes a lot of sense.
When you said rap rage, I was like, are people mad at 50 Cent?
Yeah, I was like, no, the rappers have been raging for years.
Yeah.
I was about to break into song.
They're always feuding, particularly East v West. It stems back to the Tupac and Biggie days.
13 24 10, difficult packaging, please discuss. So what I thought I'd do, I've brought in a big packet of Chuppa Chups. Right. Producer Zoe.
Yeah.
You have a stopwatch.
I do.
This, while we wait for these calls, this is going to be Jodie v Hayesy. Who can open a Chuppa Chup quicker? Now, I know this is quite a visual thing, but we've got cameras, so we'll whack it on the socials afterwards. But are you up for this challenge?
Yeah, I'm ready for this. We're going to go at the same time?
I reckon one at a
No,
time.
one at
one
a
at a
time,
time.
mate. We did discuss that. I'll go first, then you go after.
We did. That's all good.
Yeah.
You can try out your sports commentary, Hazy.
Yeah, okay. So you can commentate my... Look, here we go. Here's the Chuppa
Ready?
Chups. Ready?
All right, Jodes.
Okay.
Here you go. You ready?
You count me in.
2, 1, go.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
I've got to say, it's a really, really suspicious
Oh,
start.
God. I'm getting rap rage.
Because right now... that's actually quite good.
I've been practicing and there was a TikTok video that I looked at yesterday.
Well, okay, so did you just debunk your own theory?
Yeah, I think I did.
Due to your competitiveness?
Well, it tastes good though.
That was 8.8 seconds, which
That's good.
when we come back, Hazy, you're going to have to try and beat that.
Oh, unfortunately, I got some lemon number and I really love the strawberries and cream, but here we are.
Right. Okay, get involved. 13 24 10. Rap rage and just packaging in general.
And this is the next dilemma with your Chuppa Chup. Do you suck on it for ages or do you
or
get
bite it.
impatient like me and just crunch into her because you
Yeah.
really want the sugar hit immediately?
There's a lot going on in your life, isn't there? So many big issues. Hey, good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, going very well, thanks. Rapping rage. Do you suffer from it?
Oh, all the time, especially when the kids are at me and pulling on me, like, give it to me now, I want it yesterday, kind of raged and hangry. And, some packets have those little tear-away bits where you can just tear it open at the top. Some you need to do the pinch and the pull. And then I'm just get so frustrated. It's just like I shake it to death, like, come on!
This is supposed to be a happy moment.
I know. Nicole, I always liken, those, like, the shredded cheese, those packets, for example, and you've got, you've got really a millimetre to work with when you cut it off and you rip it because it's a resealable. But if you go too low, you cut into the resealable. So it's pretty much like an anaesthetist giving a jab in the back of your spine, like a spinal block. Because if you go a millimetre either way, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You're absolutely screwed, aren't you, Nicole?
100%. And I'm a nurse as well, so I'm like that with putting in a catheter or giving someone a needle as well. Like, it's just, it gives me such rage. And the Chuppa thing as well.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, this glue is like super grip, bloody, super strength Tarzan grip, bloody glue, I swear.
That's good. Kids in the background there as well, Nicole, going, what are all these special words that Mum's using?
I've got we're on our way to childcare, so I've got my 2-year-old and my 3-year-old in the back seat.
Yeah.
And, they get hungry. And I've also got a 7-year-old.
Oh, my God,
and
Nicole.
when they're pulling at you, they want it yesterday.
What's going on? And they're like, Mum, just open the Chuppa Chup. Oh, Nicole. Okay, you take some deep breaths, dolls. Try to bring the heart rate down a little.
Here we go. While Nicole just does her best to compose herself.
Yes.
We'll take more calls next. 13 24 10. Packaging.
And you've got
Rap rage.
8 seconds to beat.
Okay, well, that's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, thank you. Are you good to go?
Yeah.
Because you were saying you had your kids wanted one the other day and you were peeking because you couldn't get it open.
Almost ran away. The kids were just standing there saying, I want a lollipop.
Timekeeper Zoe, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go, Andrew. All right. So, what flavour you got there?
I think it's great.
It's a great one.
I don't have nails.
God.
He's got no nails. The other thing you can't do is bite them because you've got Invisalign little things on your teeth.
Also, I have feet for hands, so I'm trying to open it with my toes, which are attached to my wrists.
All right. Oh, my God, he's cracked it. He's got the base and now the top.
Come on, I didn't say anything. I nearly did, but I didn't.
And it's off.
Oh, it's on the ground. 5-second rule. Yeah.
32 seconds.
My son's already run off. He's gone.
He's got a new dad now.
One of them fancy dads who can open a Chuppa Chups in less than 8 seconds.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, Rap Rage we're discovering this morning is an absolute thing. Let's go to Lauren. What's your packaging that you can't deal with?
Pistachio nuts.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Well done. That is a great one.
Every time I have to have a little butter knife or tweezers or something, or if I get really angry with it and impatient, just a hammer.
Yeah. Sometimes halfway through a little pistachio session, you're like, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yes, exactly. And
Pretty much. It's like your morning workout in one. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Lauren, sometimes with the pistachios, you're lucky enough to get that tiny little millimetre gap that you can get your nail into, but sometimes there's no gap.
Hence the hammer.
That's a very good one.
Good on you, Lauren. We're going to send you a Chuppa Chup on us.
Yes.
Janelle, good morning to you. What's your packaging?
Yeah, I was just talking about the Chuppa Chups as well, because I think they're just getting worse.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I was at a Wiggles concert and lining up, and this lady, she was obviously there with her grandson, and she was struggling, and her grandson was, having this hangry moment, as they do. And so she asked me, could I help her?
Yeah.
So, of course, I tried to get this wrapper undone, and I couldn't do it either.
Yeah.
But I persisted because, I'm not going to let a Chuppa Chup beat me, that's for sure. So I finally got it off, but also being in an inclusive education centre, and occasionally we might give a Chuppa Chup as a little treat.
Yeah.
Well, that's the worst thing in the world, because then you might have 20 Chuppa Chups that you've got to try and undo.
Yeah.
In about 2 minutes, because they all want it done at the same time.
Oh,
so
Janelle.
very frustrating.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. We're going to put you in the running for 10K a day, mate. I just want to take a couple more calls on this, Hayesy.
Yeah, and just on that as well,
Yeah.
like when you're waiting for a Wiggles concert, and
Yeah.
you're already triggered, and then you go in there, and then you see bloody Zammel the Camel. Anyone know who's Zammel the Camel? He goes, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry, that's also makes you absolutely rage.
Zoe, what gives you rap rage?
opening up roll-ups for my children. So the
Right.
outside pack is fine, but it's that white thing in the middle where it gets stuck to it. It just,
Yeah.
I just don't do it. No roll-ups in my house anymore.
No, good girl.
That's
Do yourself a favour. And also, how much plastic are these kids ingesting with roll-ups? Because you can't get it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good one.
Matthew, good morning.
Good morning.
What's giving you road rage? Road rage, rap rage.
Buying a packet of scissors that requires another pair of scissors to open that packet.
Spot on. Right on. That's the one.
Yes.
That could be the absolute ultimate one. It just doesn't
Yeah.
open anything.
There's the irony. And what, it's worse, Matthew, when there's those little cable ties involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yep, exactly. Like the toys that you buy at the shops, and it requires twisting and
Yeah.
cutting, but you can't get into the scissors to cut it open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christmas time, absolute nightmare. When
Yes.
people gift you those ones and you got to twist and then you got to cut the cable ties and say, is this pumpkin patch even worth it?
Yeah. Do you know how many times my wife has said to me, can you just calm down because I'm trying to rip the tag off a piece of clothes?
Yeah.
She's like, just go into the kitchen, take an extra 3.5 seconds,
Yes.
get the scissors and cut it off. And I'm like, "Ugh," clothes ripped.
Yeah. For your wife, it's like dealing with a Cabbage Patch doll.
Just permanent rap rage in
wow.
all areas. Wow, what a response
Oh, my
this
God.
morning.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The aim of this show is to make people happy in the morning. Now we've just
You've just triggered.
triggered everyone.
You've triggered an
Sorry.
entire city. That's right. I did some research.
Did you?
Welcome to the studio, camera guy Josh.
Hello, guys.
Hi there,
Hello,
Josh.
Joshy.
How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, a little shaken up, actually.
I was shaking up. So Josh sees alls
Yeah.
because there's 9 cameras set up around
There
here.
are 9 cameras in this studio.
Yeah, and I had to
Not
make
all
some,
of them flattering, I have to say. Anyway.
some pretty solid threats because I could smell a rat straight away when I said, Josh, what's going on? Was there any untoward behaviour happening behind the scenes? And he got all sheepish. He was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. He was looking around. He was sweating all over the place. And I said, you tell me if there's been any cheating happening or I'll send John Hapawate in to sort you out. And then go on, Josh. What did you tell me?
Okay, so there might have been a little bit of help from me for Jodie. We just decided to make a small incision in the wrapper of her Chuppa Chup to kind of just assist, you know?
Okay.
What's going on?
Can you,
again?
okay, all right, you with your sound effects over there, do you have the sound effect of a dog rolling over and just going, I'm going to throw my colleague under the bus?
No, I have the sound effect for camaraderie. Well done. Well done, Josh.
Wowee, Josh.
Thanks for coming clean.
Wowee.
Appreciate that. I do have this sound effect, though. Does that work for anyone in this situation? Probably not.
Okay, so, I mean, let's just say it wasn't just my idea to put the incision in the Chuppa Chup. It wasn't mine and mine alone.
Yeah,
Was
okay. All right. Well, I suggested the TikTok technique, and then it didn't work, and then I felt guilty, and I was like, well, why don't we do this?
Listen,
You both need to grow up.
Listen.
First and foremost. Like, for goodness sake,
we
it's
don't throw
2023.
each under the bus in this team. Josh Morrow, camera guy, for not much longer. That's not true. You're very elite at what you do. You can
All
stick
right.
around.
This isn't over, by the way. We're
isn't
going to have
it?
to follow this up.
What are you going to do about it,
Take
Chuppa Chup
to,
boy?
high authority and see where we take it from there.
All right.
Yeah, this is big. This is really solid stuff.
If it's time for a winter trip, jump on What If, the place to go for quick Aussie getaways.
For me, it's just getting in the car and just going for a cruise and exploring.
For accommodation, flights and more, book on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Haysy's On This Dayesy.
So now, for On This Dayesy. Who am I?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yes. Well done. Good guess there,
Good
Jones.
impression.
He's going to kick us off. 24th of May, 1941. Bob Dylan, Robert Zimmerman, was born in Minnesota. Today is his 82nd birthday.
82.
The times they are changing. Fun fact about Bob Dylan, and no one has confirmed this. I don't think he knows how to play the harmonica.
Oh, okay.
He just belts anything out.
Yeah, right.
And if you're playing the right keys, like if it's in the right chords in the right key with the harmonica, it just matches up. You can blow anything. That's what Bob does. All right? I'm talking about harmonica. All right? So you get back here. You're about to leave the studio. You get back here. I didn't say anything offensive. I don't think. Anyway, happy birthday, Big Bobby D. 1988, John Mishita, I think it's pronounced, set a Guinness World Record by reciting 586 words in a minute in Los Angeles.
Can you give us a little bit of that? I'll give it a shot. I haven't done it in a while here, so let's see. Freddie, the question situation you which challenge you want to the calendars to indicate about the presence of the pool table in your community. Wake up, my friends are here, stay to avoid here, city, what's from a good place, or my favorite same words, my favorite savings in the artist.
Oh, God.
That's what Bruce Abernethy does every night when he reads the news. 210 words per minute, Abba reads by.
Oh, God.
Very, very quick.
Yeah,
very quick.
That's impressive.
2014, Kanye West married Kim Kardashian in Italy. This was Kim's third marriage and Kanye's first. They divorced in 2022.
When it comes to family, I mean, Kanye and I will always be family.
Yeah, what a couple they were. No one saw that coming, did they?
No. What marriage is she up to now? Has she gone again? She's
Four,
had
number 4. She married now.
Sorry, she's had 3.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought she went again.
It's hard to keep up,
after
isn't
Kanye.
it? She might have.
Oh, Kanye's remarried to an Australian.
Yes. I remember Kim's little shotgun wedding to Chris Humphries, the NBA basketballer, lasted like 60 days or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. And
60 days of bliss.
Yeah.
Ruined his career too.
I watched that relationship unfold on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it was doomed for failure from the beginning.
Yeah. Should we wholesome this segment up a little bit?
Okay.
Let's talk about Delta Goodrem. Made number 1 on the ARIA chart for the 5th time when her album Bridge Over Troubled Dreams really smashed the charts. Good on her.
Are you going to play
Flawless.
Born to Try for me?
No, I'll go you one better.
What?
I'm going to play Nelly Furtado. Number 1 song on May 24th in 2001 was Man Eater.
Oh, good.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Just got valuable info. This is so juicy.
Jodies Juice.
Okay, a serious one to start with. Rolf Harris died at 93. I don't want to acknowledge the man's impact on the planet, but I do want to acknowledge the pain and suffering he caused his victims. At the end, let's move on. How much do maths contestants get paid? I hear you ask, Andrew Hayes.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one because I think everyone naturally assumes that these reality TV stars make bank.
Yeah, no, not the case. Well, I mean, this isn't too bad. But Perth wedding celebrant Jessie, who was paired with the cheater in inverted columns Claire, she just had a party pash with someone after too many drinks. Anyway, on the Channel 9 series, revealed during a Q&A on his Instagrams exactly what he pocketed during the filming, which goes about 3 months.
We are paid $1,175 each week. The entire cast is not naive to the fact that, of course, we're going to get a bit of clout from it. We all know that. But there's more reasons than that. Main big one is for the experience of it. To know what it's like and to go through that journey of being on a TV show, filming it.
I just want to know what it's like to go through hell. You know, it's like my life is just too cushy, so what's it like to be hated by a nation? Like, yeah, who's thinking that?
I just have to say, I've interviewed so many reality TV contestants across the journey, and every single one of them who walks into the studio looks pretty much broken after the experience.
Yeah, see, my brother-in-law was on it.
Oh, yeah.
Mickey G.
Mickey G.
And he's a larger-than-life character. And he had the right attitude. So he went in knowing that was going to happen. But also, I don't know how he's built like this, but he just absolutely does not care about what people say online. It's not an arrogance thing. It's just like he's probably built for this sort of stuff.
I think that's a good quality to have.
Yeah,
just
it's
to go
amazing.
through
He thinks
your
it's
life.
funny.
Yeah, not giving a rat's what people think about you.
Yeah.
Wish I had that.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Bert from some random suburb that doesn't probably exist, who's covered in cheesel dust, said something nasty on the advertiser.
Website.
Jodie's rocking in the corner.
Shut up. I'm a sensitive soul. Oh, anyway.
Bert shaking his fist at the computer.
Just going, yes, I got her.
As a single tear rolls down Jodie's cheek.
As my husband says to me for the 1,000th time, can you stop worrying about what people think?
Who cares about Bert?
No one. Jennifer Lawrence has long been considered one of the most relatable celebrities, and she's just proved why. She's rocked out to Cannes Film Festival in a glamorous red Christian Dior gown for the premiere of Anatomy or Anatomy of a Fall, and she had matching red heels. By the end of the night, guess what?
No shoes?
Thongs.
Thongs, even better.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes, Jen.
That's really nice.
Get it, Queen.
That's why she's up the top.
Yeah. Nick Jonas has spoken about the worst moment of his life. So he shared a performance with Kelsey Ballerini at the 2016 Academy of Country Music Awards, which he said was his most horrible moment on stage. And of course, we're going to replay it for you.
Keep an ear out for the genuine bung note. There it is. Let's take the bass line for a walk. Just went in a different direction there.
He said when it came for his time for his guitar solo, he went completely blank after hitting the wrong note. Have a listen.
There was a really tragic guitar solo debacle that happened on live TV, and it did cause me to go into therapy. I started off, it's fine, and as I sort of walked towards her, I just went completely blank, and I hit a wrong note and blacked out basically and clocked that.
Oh my God.
It was wrong, and I couldn't stop.
Ooh, sometimes, bad things like that breed more bad things, and you just get yourself in a spot where you just can't even do anything.
And then you start second guessing yourself. Like I've done live crosses before, I've completely blanked. Like it's thrown to me and you're like, you've rehearsed and you've done all the research and blah, blah, blah. And then they throw to you and it's like, Jodie joins us now. And I'm like, bleh.
Yeah, you're like, I do that regularly.
Yes.
Sometimes they throw to me, I'm like, oh, God, I can't remember my own name.
No, I know.
What's happening? Where am I? What's going on?
I mean, you've performed on stage. Have you ever, forgotten lyrics or anything?
Yeah, all the time. You've just got to say it with confidence and just sort of mutter along the way because I got so much reverb going as well that you can't even understand the words anyway. So the effects pedal's absolutely going off its head. I remember playing at the Austral early days.
Yeah.
And I was second song in. I had a couple of mates there and I went way too hard and I belted out Hunters and Collectors Holy Grail.
Oh, that's a big
and
ask.
I popped my voice.
Oh, really?
So 10 minutes into a 3-hour set, I had to go to the bar manager. Mate, I'm done. I'm done. I've effectively done a hammy here.
Yeah. You're done tonight and every other night.
And that was my last gig at the Austral. Bless them. All right. Nice little addition there of Jodies Juice.
And that's Jodies Juice.
Let's launch something really new, which I'm unbelievably excited about. Yeah, let's feel good.
Yeah.
Let's go out to all the big events. I'm going to gather a whole heap of people. It's going to be on me.
Yeah. If you're like, I want to go to that really cool function or really cool event and I don't want to have to shell out a cent.
Yeah.
I want Andrew Hayes to foot the bill. Then this is the segment for you.
Bill it to me and then I'll bill it to Nova. We're going to have some fun.
That's pretty much how it rolls. Now, what's the next big event in Adelaide, South Australia at the Oval, please?
Well, I've been tuning into newsreader Abby, and several times this morning she has mentioned the State of Origin, which is happening next Wednesday night. Quick little lesson as well. Please don't call it rugby.
Yeah, okay.
It is rugby league or league. Yeah. Rugby is rugby union.
I will never make that mistake again.
Oh, jeez, you've crossed the line. I mean, you've done some things. You've done some stuff. But you really crossed the line when you tried to call league rugby.
Oh, I didn't. I just said, why can't... Okay, all right, move on.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's coming next week.
Next week.
The game where really big blokes in blue shirts and maroon shirts just run up and belt the crap out of each other and then get up and do it all over
They
again.
literally just run into each other.
Yep.
And you try and run past each other and score a try.
Yeah.
For those who are really uneducated. What about we do this? We give away a double each and every day leading up to the events. And we'll play a little game called Suburb of Origin.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
This is how it's going to work. We're going to pit two suburbs against each other. And then the first person from that suburb to call through on 13 24 10 will have it on Hayesy. Join us for a night out at the State of Origin.
Okay. What suburb should we go with? Let's go with... Ready?
Yep.
Salisbury. Yep, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go to the other end. Let's go Glenelg. Okay.
Long way away from each other.
13 24 10. If you're from Salisbury or you're from Glenelg, first three gets a double to the State of Origin for Have It On Hayesy.
And no skullduggery either, because we will make you prove that you're from that particular suburb.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, I'll give you the heads up right now. If you are not from those suburbs and you try and get through, we will send John Hopawati to your house. And trust me, for those uneducated, you do not want that.
No, we all know what he's capable of.
All right, let's play it next. I love this because we get to go to all the big events and it's on me. And when I say it's on me, it's kind of like on the company. So it's when you're at an open bar and you're like, my shout.
Yeah. Or you go out for like a client lunch or something like that or a sales lunch and they're like, no, we'll get it. And you're like,
I'll
are
get
you
that.
sure?
You're like, I'll
But you
get
do that token. Are you, it's not on you. You're not paying, are
Yeah.
you? Oh, all right then.
Can I get you another bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll get that for you.
And when I say sure, I mean Shaw and Smith. Thank you.
That's exactly what this is. A double each and every morning to the State of Origin, which is happening on Wednesday. We played a little game of Suburb Origin where we asked someone to call up from Salisbury or someone from Glenelg. First through on 13-24-10. Just to give you a bit of an insight as well as to rugby league for those who are a little bit uneducated. The league boys do things just a little bit differently.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit looser with how they go about things. So much so that my mates and I, because I'm from Sydney originally, when you'd speak to one of them and they'd describe their night,
Yeah.
how big was the night? If you said, oh, man, I got rugby league drunk, that means
Yeah.
you potentially got yourself into some serious issues.
Yeah, right, okay.
Now, I'm not saying that next Wednesday we're going to get rugby league drunk.
No.
But we're going to go to a nice little pre-event, and then we're going to go to the Origin. We're going to watch Jimmy Tedesco and the Blues smash the Maroons.
No, you're not going to watch that happen because
Yes, we are.
I have spent a bit of time in Queensland, so I'm a Maroon girl at heart.
All right, and then name your top 5 Maroons that are playing on Wednesday night.
Yeah, there's just well, I don't know. I don't care as long as Jonathan Thurston's is there with his laugh, which is the greatest laugh of all time. That's
It's
all
really
I care about.
Well worked out of that too.
Yeah, thanks.
You did really well.
I didn't say I follow it now.
Very good. Okay, Suburb of Origin, Salisbury v Glenelg. Let's speak to Rosanna. Good morning, Rosanna.
Morning.
Okay. Firstly, what suburb are you from?
In Salisbury.
Yes.
Well done. Congratulations. Now, just to prove some a bit of an identity thing, name, I suppose, the best bits of Salisbury and who. First of all, name your favourite sample side.
I'm going to have to go for the Maroons.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's good. But
mean,
what about in the sandful?
Sandful is in the...
Oh, footy.
Yeah.
I don't like footy.
So I think essentially what Rosanna has just said then, she doesn't like the team that you won 4 premierships with. That's what I'm picking up.
It was an opportunity to talk about Central District.
She's got no care for Centrals.
That's okay. Hey, Rosie, when you're there on Wednesday night, I'll see you and be like, hey, don't talk sample with Rosanna. Hey, congrats, Rosanna. Thank you so much for entering. Congratulations. We're going to have a good time.
Oh, thank you.
Let me do this. The ultimate sporting rivalry, Handball State of Origin, coming to Adelaide Oval Wednesday, May 31. Tickets start at $49 from nrl.com/tickets.
And as we always say, please drink responsibly. Don't get yourself rugby league drunk. We're going to do this each and every morning, so another opportunity to get yourself a double via Have It On Hayesy. First thing tomorrow morning on Nova.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
Oh, yes. Get involved right now. Do yourself a favour if you're a child who wants to be a future champion. Register for this competition, Handball Blitz, via the Nova Play. You know you want to.
And it's even more historical because you'll be the first handball champion this state has ever seen. So the inaugural Handball Blitz champion.
There's something about being inaugural at something, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Very
Something
good
about
stuff.
being able to say inaugural too, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm just going to say the first. The first.
Well done.
Yes. McGain Real Estate, what a bunch of champions they are. McGain Real Estate, massive supporters of local, making a difference all over SA. Selling your home, trust McGain. So each and every Wednesday, if you don't mind, can I run through Hazy's Hump Day handball tips?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What you got
Let's start
for us?
right at the top.
Okay.
I'm going to do like a bit of a don't do what Donnie don't does.
Ooh,
okay? Some do not do's and some do do's.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Barely.
Just to really spell it out for the youngsters. For example, don't do what Lance Armstrong did.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm talking blood doping.
Yes or no? In all 7 of your Tour de France victories, did you ever take banned substances or blood dope?
Yes. The introduction of certain substances to increase the red blood cell mass in the body, allowing more oxygen in the muscles, which ultimately enhances performance. Don't do that.
It's cheating.
It's just not up there. I won't stand for it.
No.
Do eat a full breakfast packed with fibre and vitamins and minerals.
Yes.
Much better.
That doesn't include Cocoa Pops or Fruit Loops.
Don't eat Fruit Loops.
No.
Unless it's a treat. It's a sometimes food. Not before competition. Okay.
Not before anything, really.
Yeah, not before anything, unless you're really trying to get your blood sugar up.
Yeah, unless you really want to spike your way to energy and then crash and burn.
Ah, what a roller coaster it is.
Face first onto the handball court.
Don't do what Mike Tyson did to Evander Holyfield. I won't stand for it. In 97, in a fight, he bit his ear, tore off a piece of cartilage and spat it in the ring.
It looked as if Tyson bared his teeth at one stage in the exchange.
Yes,
bit his ear.
He bit his ear. That's what Holyfield was in. A lot of pain from that. You see the blood on the ear. That was definitely a bite.
Don't do that.
No biting on my handball court, please.
Not just on ears, anywhere.
Anywhere.
Anywhere on your opponent's body.
Yeah. Do put in 100% effort 100% of the time.
Yes.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, so don't do what Hayesy does, which is like running at 72 most of the time.
Sometimes 75% when I'm really feeling up and
When
about.
you're really on.
My last do, not do, and do. Don't deal with rogue Indian bookmakers like Mark Waugh and Shane Waugh did in 1994. Okay, I won't have it. For example, giving info on pitch and weather conditions during a tour of Sri Lanka.
I realised that I was very naive and stupid. I was fined $8,000 by the ACB and paid the fine immediately. I've had no contact with the bookmaker since, and I'm very disappointed and sorry for my actions.
Yeah.
No match fixing on these handball courts, please.
That's exactly right. No little side deals behind the canteen where it's like, I'll give you 2 packets of twisties if you throw this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that.
We won't stand for it.
Nah.
Here's what you should do, though. Make sure you register right now via the Nova Player.
Very nice. And also, don't do what Shane Warne did when he accepted one of his mum's pills when she said that'll help you lose weight or it'll get you banned for 6 months from cricket. Either or.
It won't. It's been a really, really big show with some ups and downs, some twists and turns. We've gone under, we've gone around, we've got over the top and we've gone through.
We like to call this show a roller coaster, don't we?
Yeah.
And roller coasters are fun.
Well, they're fun until they come off the hinges. And they get very, very dangerous, and then trust is broken. But every other part of the show was very, very wholesome, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and have a little cry in the corner?
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try and opening up my Chuppa Chups.
Yeah, I'll get you a Chuppa Chup and you can suck on that.
Yeah, good.
Like
All right,
a dummy.
Have a great day, friends.
Like the baby that you are.
See you tomorrow.
Jodie and Hayesy on Adelaide's Nova 919.